This is a story of a mother who never planned to raise a child alone, but love left and life moved on. What remained was a small boy in her arms and a future she had to fight for. From that day, she became everything: mother, protector, provider, and when the world could no longer give her son enough, she made a choice that would change them both forever. One day, she kissed him softly on the forehead while he slept, memorizing the curve of his cheek, the warmth of his breath. It was still dark outside, the kind of dark that makes promises feel heavier. She told herself this goodbye was only for a short while. She was a single mother with tired hands and a stubborn hope. Life had taught her to endure, but it had not been kind. Work was scarce, dreams were smaller than bills, and her son deserved more than the narrow future she could offer where they lived. So she made the hardest choice of her life. She would travel abroad to find work, earn money, and return to build a better life for him. She left her son in the care of her own mother, the woman who had once carried her through storms. It will only be a year, she promised, holding her son tightly. He clung to her dress, his small fingers trembling. She smiled for him, even as her heart broke. Love, she believed, could survive distance. Abroad, life was nothing like she had imagined. The work was endless and unforgiving. She cleaned floors before sunrise and returned to a small, silent room long after dark. Some nights she cried herself to sleep, whispering her son's name like a prayer. Money came slowly, obstacles came quickly, and papers, promises, and setbacks stretched time into something cruel and shapeless. Weeks became months. Months turned into years. She sent money whenever she could, and called whenever she had the strength. But calls were missed, voices changed, and the child she remembered began to feel like a memory slipping through her fingers. Guilt became her constant companion. She told herself, just a little longer, this suffering will mean something. When she finally returned home, her heart raced with joy and fear. She imagined her son running into her arms, imagined the weight of him against her chest. She carried gifts, stories, and 1,000 apologies she hoped love would soften. She saw him standing in the yard, taller now, thinner, his eyes guarded. She called his name. He looked at her as if she were a stranger. She stepped forward, smiling through tears, arms open wide. But instead of running to her, he stepped back. Fear flashed across his face, then anger. Then he turned and ran away from her, as if running from pain itself. Her knees gave way. In that moment, she understood a truth no one had warned her about. Love does not freeze in time. While she had been fighting for his future, he had been learning how to live without her. In his heart, she was not a mother who sacrificed. She was the one who left. The pain was sharper than hunger, sharper than loneliness, sharper than every hard day abroad combined. She wept silently, knowing she could not demand his love back. Trust, once broken, does not return on command. But she stayed. Day after day, she stayed. She watched from a distance, cooked meals he sometimes refused, spoke gently even when he would not answer. She let her love be patient instead of loud. She learned that motherhood is not only about providing, but about presence, and that rebuilding takes more courage than leaving ever did. And though he did not run to her arms again, not yet, she waited, because a mother's love, even when rejected, does not leave.